Happy holidays, gamers, or Happy New Year. Martin Luther King Day?
Shout out Martin Luther King, that nigga had a dream.
To be incredibly honest, I have no idea when exactly this video will come out. It all depends on how much longer it'll take for me to finish the Smash 4 review. Anywho, I realized a little too late into the year that I barely uploaded videos for 2024. Now there's a reason for that. With my review videos getting longer and longer with each passing one, and with the time to make them naturally getting longer as well, I'd figured pumping out a small rant video every once in a while would be a pretty good idea. It makes for great filler content and it brings variety, which is good for any YouTube channel. These videos just exist as an excuse for me to vent about stupid shit while still supplying the channel with more content. And what better way to do that than for me to talk about some shitty work experiences. Now, despite me still being pretty young, I've actually had quite a few jobs in my time. But as the title of the video suggests, working in fast food is what we're gonna be talking about specifically today. Maybe in a future video I could talk about annoying shit about working at a supermarket or a fucking office job, because believe it or not, my dumbass briefly had a paid internship at an office when I was 16, so that technically counts as a job. See? Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, working at
Name and address withheld
has been a very mixed experience for me as a whole. On one hand, I get free food, the managers let me work stoned, and I get paid. But on the other hand, well, I'm about to tell you about it. Now, about the customers, I could just say that a lot of the customers I get are annoying and stupid and move on from there, but that's a little too vague, and there are a lot more layers to this than you think. There is not just one type of bad customer, there are multiple. If you've never worked in retail, what's your idea of a bad customer? You're probably thinking of the infamous Karen, right? God, I hate that fucking term. And yeah, while we do get a couple of them every so often, they're not as common as you think. And what's funny is that like 9 times out of 10, the people who are acting the most like Karens are dudes. So take that what you will. You have two customer archetypes that are infinitely worse than a Karen in my opinion. First off, you have the retard. The retard asks a bunch of fucking stupid ass questions they should already know the answer to if they'd A, apply some common sense, or B, read. For example, if I'm taking the retard's order, they'll probably ask me something stupid like, do you have any chicken nuggets or onion rings? Not only do we not serve that where I work, but you would know that if you'd like, you know, read the fucking menu. Or if you want to hear even something stupider, does the cheeseburger come with cheese? I'll just leave it at that. And here's another example. So before you pay with your card, our reader has a screen that asks if you want to put in a tip, right? Some do, some don't. I personally don't really care if someone tips or not, but that's besides the point. If you're a normal person without coral wedged in your frontal lobe, you'll click on the option you want and then proceed with your payment. This is not the case for the retard. The retard just fucking stares at the goddamn screen, sometimes tapping their fucking card on it like that will do anything, and then they'll fucking stare at me like I'm fucking stupid, and then they're like, why isn't my card working? If you like read the fucking screen, you can clearly see that it's asking if you want to put in a tip, and you have the option to say no. Clicking this off literally takes a fraction of a second. Idiots like this make me so fucking angry, not just because they're frustrating, not just because they're fucking stupid, but because all they do is hold up. They hold the line up, they hold me up, and they hold the rest of my coworkers up for finishing the orders as fast as we can, because I'm taking twice as long as I need to check out your dumbass. So that's the retard. What's the last customer type? I call that one the cunt. Now you're probably thinking, the cunt? Isn't that just a Karen? Well, not exactly. You see, most of the time when a Karen flips the fuck out, it's typically due to their own inept stupidity. But the cunt is just a natural douchebag. There was this one time, just a few months into working at this place, a guy fucking threatened to shoot up the store because we only put 1 slice of cheese on his burger instead of 2, even though that's exactly what the fuck he asked for. Only in America, am I right? Or in general, they'll just talk in an incredibly rude tone of voice and fucking get impatient over every little thing. Like there was this one time I was handing this guy his change and I accidentally dropped 2 coins and he was like, bro, you fucking kidding me, bro? Jesus fucking Christ, I hate the way straight men talk. It's fucking nauseating. And you know what the best part is? When some fucking faggot leaves their garbage all over the table and floor for good measure because people are too fucking lazy to go out of their way to walk 3 inches towards a goddamn trash bin. Or how when some cunt just leaves a big fucking shit in the toilet and just doesn't flush to be a dick. Oh, and by the way, there wasn't any paper in the bowl when I went to flush it, so I'm just assuming that guy or girl or whoever the fuck was just walking around that day with stank ass. Nice.
Disgusting!
Now, everything I just spoke about was shit purely relating to the customers, right? What about my fellow crew members? Do I have any bad experiences with them? I've had a couple scuffles here and there, but at this very moment, only one of them sticks out to me truly. Okay, so bear with me. So one time, I got my hands and gloves wet from filling up buckets with fries from the sink. You're probably wondering, why are your hands wet? Well, see, we have potatoes soaked in the sink, so that way the fucking cut potatoes don't turn black. So when I took my wet gloves off to put on dry ones, naturally, I waved my hands around to get any excess water off me, and I accidentally get this girl coworker of mine wet, and she completely flipped the fuck out. I mean, she was yelling, cursing, and she even went the extra mile to not only fucking quit at that very moment, but also bring in some random ass guy who I've never even seen or met before, presumably to beat my ass. I don't know if he was her brother or boyfriend or whatever the hell, but like, after he fucking showed up, they were yelling and cursing like fucking retards for like, I want to say 90 more seconds until my manager had to fucking escort them out the store. Now, the theory around the place is that like, she just fucking wanted to make a scene so that way she could have an excuse to quit, because what's funny about her is that in addition to working where I worked, she was also an upcoming manager at the store next door, like literally right next door to us. So I don't know, she confuses me to this very day. Or if you want something that's only mildly infuriating, a lot of the people I work with, both managers and regular crew members, seem to have a really inflated ego. Like, they'll say something along the lines of, this place would fall apart without me, and then like half their shift they'll be in the back smoking fucking fentanyl or whatever the hell you kids are doing nowadays. And I mean it. Oftentimes people will be in the back for an upwards of 5 to 10 minutes, which is absolutely insane because a lot of orders could come flying in 10 seconds. Imagine 10 minutes. They'll leave me stranded to fucking work multiple stations at the same time, because if I don't do it, then who the hell else will? And trying to work both the grill and the fryers at once whilst a shit ton of orders are coming in is pretty stressful. So don't go around thinking you're hot shit when all you are is an expendable piece of muscle just like the rest of us, Chris. And that's not even accounting for all the times I've been fucking burned. Like, no joke, I have scars on my arm to this very day from getting grease and oil splashed on me from the grill and fryers respectively. It got so bad to the point where Janine, my wife, had to fucking buy sleeves for me because I would legit get burned almost every damn day. I've gotten cut a couple of times too, but like, out of all those instances, they were entirely my fault. When it comes to the grill and fryers, however, sometimes they just fucking bubble up too much and splash hot ass shit on you for the hell of it. And then there's shit that's incredibly minor but still gets on my nerves anyway, like our dress code. I don't know if it's the same way for every other fast food chain, I doubt it, but our dress code is insanely retarded. Like, why in the hell do we need our socks to be the same fucking color as our pants? Do you really think a customer is gonna fucking say to corporate, yeah, my food was good and their service was good, but one of your customers was wearing white socks instead of black socks? Yeah, no one would ever do that because no one gives a shit. Or, and this really grinds my gears especially, whenever I have to wash the dishes and there's fucking leftover food in the sink from the last asshole to use it. This is most certainly the tism speaking, but I hate the feeling of wet food, and to see some fucking inconsiderate prick left the sink filled with it makes my blood boil. But in all honesty, working in fast food isn't that bad. It's pretty easy money, and I'm fortunate enough that the place I work at doesn't have a drive-thru. I'd fucking kill myself if I had to deal with orders from people in the store, the drive-thru, and online. And all of this was just shit off the top of my head. I still have a ton more shit I want to say, and a lot more experiences I can share. So maybe I'll return to this topic in the future, or like I said, I can talk about other jobs I had in the past. And yeah, that's all I have to say for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.